Hey, it's saying it's live. Is it working? Oh God, this is always so yay! It's working. Thank goodness. Okay, stage one is complete. Okay, so let's see. Now I have to start getting my guests lined up. So, copy invite link. Okay, 8:45 for guest number 3. Okay. So I think why don't we 15 minutes? One of my guests is driving right now. Why don't we start with, okay, hey, are you ready? Here is the link. Okay, I've sent a link off to my first guest. So how is everybody doing? How cool was that amazing interview? Really, God damn it. Dan Abnett is such a golden god. He is a superstar. Hey, it's saying it's live. Is it working? Crikey. Oh God. Seems to be some delay. Gosh. Okay, we can work with a delay. It's not too bad of a delay. Oh my goodness, the chat is buzzing already. Crikey blimey. Okay, so one of my friends who's coming along to join me, I can only ping via email. So yeah. The thing is, I don't want to invite guests on and then they're like sat in the waiting room waiting for me. So do I spam all 4 guests and just hope that they come? I just don't want to be like rude and then they're all like stacked and waiting for each other because I respect them all. They're like lovely people. Let's say hello to everybody here in the chat. Oh my gosh, we've had some super thanks fan funding. Oh my gosh, Gary, thank you so much for sending 5 gift memberships. Really love that. John McArdle, welcome to Titan Mirror Manga YouTube membership. Fantastic. Robbie, a dreadnought, a faithful dreadnought for 21 months. Thank you so, so much, Alex, for the £10. Congrats on 10K. We did it together. We did it together, people. Robbie, thank you as well for sending those Mirror Manga memberships. Wowie zowie, that's so lovely. That's fabulous stuff. Thank you. Okay. Oof. So who we got? We've got Gary, we've got Tony Holton. Uh oh, Gary is painting Tau this evening. Tony's just melting. Hello, Gary Pilkington. Gary, did you see your credit in the last video? Scorchio, it's so hot. Gary's nice and cool in America, wherever there is clearly a nice cool wind going that way. David's painted nothing in months. Don't worry, burnout is real. Just wait. Hero Quest, it was worth it. Haribo is writing some fanfic. Love that. Oh, you shouldn't be skiving though, Haribo. Come on now. Did we just get another fan funding? What's going on? Oh, Neil, thank you so much. Wowie zowie. Thank you so much, Neil. Neil, it's been such a stalwart supporter with money and emotional support since we began. Historita Jamaldus, I don't know if this is the first Titan member. But thank God we've got a Titan member. That is amazing, isn't it? Okay, so I'm sending out my link to my guest number 2. Please come and join. This is going to be awful if like none of them are available, isn't it? I'll be like, I promise guests. But this guy has never let me down. In fact, this guy has basically turned my whole life upside down, career-wise in the grimdark. So flipping heck. That's really nice. So hopefully he'll show up now. Oh my goodness, there's so much to read through. Yes, don't Skype, Haribo. Do your homework while you watch. Hello, Barack. So glad you enjoyed the premiere. We do like our presidents to be happy. Yes, Tony, take care of that tremor and look after yourself. Lots of rest, and then when you feel good, get your paint on. Never too old for another degree. I agree. Alex, did you like your title, Alex? I think it was appropriate. Hello again, Robbie. Oh my gosh, yes, we have the Night Lords trilogy. Can I just say, I have opened this book once. I haven't started reading it because you all know I'm freaking dreading it and I don't want to read it. But how twisted is this? I've heard so much bad things about this book. Where is it? Oh, maybe I imagined it. I can't have imagined it. Maybe I imagined it. Oh my God. Okay. So this is written by the amazing Aaron Dembski Bowden, who I'm quite a fan of. We haven't got to speak yet, but we've corresponded. So I've heard how horrible this book is. Look, everybody. Katie, will you marry me? Babe, I've written a book about the Night Lords. It's freaking horrific, but hey, it's got a wedding proposal in it. Can you imagine? Anyway, that is peak proposing, I believe. So yeah, we'll have that. That's just fantastic. Hello, Aztec. Hello, everybody. Has anybody come here from Jordan Sorcery's channel, who is epic and streams on Sunday nights? I did see Aleph in there, who normally comes to our live stream. So I was just wondering. Hello, Aztec. Gary is sending loads of good karma your way. Happy Haribo. We all are. Hello, everybody. Adam. Neil says, I guess I better start reading the Night Lords trilogy. I'm afraid so. Robbie says it's his favorite trilogy. That really has me baffed, Robbie. You seem like such a nice human. Like, how can this be possible? Okay, my first guest is here, everybody. Okay, I don't know if you can see them yet. They're just logging into the Zoom. So you just have to wait. I can see their name, so they just need to get the video going and then.
Yes, here we
Oh
go.
gosh.
Oh,
Hello.
oh, hi, Mira.
Welcome to my channel, the amazing Tuomas Pirinen, the writer of More Time and more recently Trench Crusading,
Yep.
brought me onto the Trench Crusade squad. But Thomas, I just wanted to say this is my YouTube celebration of 10,000 followers. And I wanted to say thank you because your More Time interview that you did on my channel helped convince other people to come and talk to me.
Hey, it's a little channel that could. I am always keen to introduce new voices to the gaming influencers. I think that it's very easy to get the whole space into a rut. So I've been always very keen to attend to and to interviews and the live stream appearances in other places and not just the few biggest ones that the I also love, but you know.
Yeah, but is it true that my channel is your favorite?
Mm, uh, this
You
is
don't.
I think the I don't know if the Louise is small but fierce, so the I don't know if I can play favorites here. Uh, so the I think the you are my favorite the Trench Crusade editors channel.
Yay! We'll take that. Well, I just wanted to yay! I just
Mhm.
wanted to extend a huge thanks also to many people who talk to me through my channel and bumping into me in real life. They all say, "Oh my God, you're working with Thomas. He's amazing." And I have loads of more time friends as well who really are into it. So yeah, thank you for your inspiration and all the work you've done, Thomas. We are so lucky to have you.
And to be here, hopefully it's not too disappointing for the fans. It's the um
Never.
okay. So what's the subject for the celebration? It's the what are we talking about?
Well, I just was able to get 10,000 people following me on YouTube,
Mhm.
which is Brixton Academy twice, which is one of our venues in the UK. So
Sweet.
as a thank you to my followers, I wanted to invite on some of my favorite people just to say thank you and have you here as well. So, yeah, thank you for coming and just saying hello. I won't keep you for the evening, but just know that I don't know if you can see the chat, but when I say goodbye, go look at the chat and everyone is absolutely delighted that you came to say hello.
Okay, so no tough questions or demands for a revelations or or anything of the ilk. It's the something maybe exciting announcements or whatnot.
Well, I the only exciting announcement I can make
Mm,
is sorry, I'm just this other person who's meant to be coming. Um, I'm just telling him I'll grab him in a sec. The only exciting announcement I have made is because I got 10,000 viewers, I now have to read this horrible book,
mm.
Soul Hunter, which
Soul Hunter.
it's Night Lord's book. But
Okay.
if you wanted to share any Trench Crusade secrets that would get you in trouble with the rest of our team, I
Mm.
mean,
Um,
if you want to give me a Trench Crusade exclusive.
well, first of all, I heard a rumor that a international woman of mysteries, Mira, might be making appearance in the forthcoming convention in Finland called Ropecon. I don't know if there's any truth to this rumor, but the I think you'll have to, if you're a Finland listening to this, you'll have to come to Ropecon and find out yourself. So she might be wearing a disguise. Um,
Yeah, I will.
yeah. Yes, and yeah, oh yes, the Silly Hats Club. And the what else could I say? I am going to tell the Trench Crusade fans that for a the book that is just about to be made ready to go to the printers, it might have something that was actually done by a genuine real life Trappist monk.
Ooh, yes. When I joined the project, I was so delighted to realize that Thomas is friends with nuns and monks. Just
Mm.
part of your life.
It's the Trench Crusade seems to be people very popular with the people of cloth and the not limited to a just single faith either, which I am super chuffed about. The one of the
Yeah.
best things about Trench Crusade has been that the by and large it's managed to build a gaming world and setting where people from all over the world can find their own place and the create a faction and a warband for themselves to play with. Something I am proud of.
Yay. And I met a war chaplain at Salute who was a Trench Crusade fan. So a soldier and a chaplain. And last night, Thomas, I was thinking of you
Oh,
because I went to watch, well, I'm always thinking of you, Thomas, obviously. But last night I went to see Iron Maiden.
oh,
And
cool.
I think you would get on so well with Bruce Dickinson because he is such a, this sounds terrible, but he's such a like a war aficionado. He was wearing uniforms during the performance. He had like old footage of Spitfires at Download Festival. He had a Spitfire fly over. So I think we need to get Bruce Dickinson involved with Trench Crusade, or at the very least, you two in conversation.
Oh, I would love to do that. I mean, he is a hyper big mainstream megastar, so it's not that easy. But you know, stranger things have happened for them. But you're absolutely right about the being fans of the military history. A lot of musicians and the metalheads and hard rockers are into military history. And I found that usually the people who are most peaceful are the ones that the are the most intrigued about military history. I think it's quite an interesting combination.
Yeah, I think it's been really wonderful for me to observe you, the way that you are leading our team, but also you've brought across lots of people who maybe some really well-known legends from the team, from the world of gaming, but also some fairly newbie, like taking a chance on people. And the way that you nurture them and give them goals and things that they can achieve, and like, I think that is really testament as well that you're used to like leading, but also nurturing and building up your team. So I think
Yeah,
that's a really lovely thing.
yeah, I think that if you only go with experience, you can easily stagnate. If you obviously only go with the new people, they won't. They will have to learn the ropes from somebody. So I think you need the right the mix and some magic dust to
Mhm.
get good products out.
Well, I definitely think you are the magic dust. So thank you so, so much for joining me just for this little bit on the channel. You're very, very
Congratulations.
loved. Oh, thank you. And I think you and I are going to have such a nice rest when this rule book's finally out.
Oh, it's the people have no idea how much work it is to get a rulebook out, but it will be worth the wait. I promise
So
that.
worth the wait. Yes, well, have a lovely, lovely rest of your Sunday, and I will see you soon, boss.
Bye bye and bye
Okay.
bye everyone.
Thanks, Thomas. Bye. Oh, oh. So, ha Tuomas Pirinen, so good. So good. What an amazing gent. So, I will have my next guest on in 7 minutes. I'm just writing to him to apologize. Uh, sorry, I stacked you and Thomas. And this is also a Grimdark buddy that some of you have seen on my channel before. Um, I think he is very, very loved, and we couldn't have a Christmas without this guest. So yeah, he's coming on at 8:30, and then I have another guest at 8:45. So now I get to dive back into the chat and talk to all of you. This is like one of my favorite lives ever. Thank you. I can see more super thanks have been happening. What is going on? I feel guilty now. Uh, Sean Julie says, fingers crossed, Will Wheaton is a guest. Could you imagine if Will Wheaton is ever a guest on my channel? It means I'm retiring. It means I'm out of the game. It means I've won. So that's great. Oh, thank you all so, so much for the support. Robbie says, thanks, Jim and Sean, for being great moderators. They really, truly, utterly are the best moderators. So many things go down and I don't even realize because the moderators, Will, Sean, and Jim, just get it out of the chat. They protect all of us. They are so, so good. I don't know how we got so lucky to get them. So really, really appreciate our mods. They are simply the best. Thank you, Grey Primer, for the congratulations. Looking forward to your Trench Crusade dioramas. More effect. The most important question, pandemonium when? Dan must have told you. Tell us now. Robbie says, I think you'll be pleasantly surprised by Night Lords. Okay, fingers crossed. Jim says, Night Lords has romance in the story too. Welcome back, Aleph. Lovely to see you. Thank you so much. Caprice. Thank you for that tenor. That's so nice. Flatmate's boyfriend is en route, says Happy Haribo, bringing the population to an epic 3 humans and 2 cats. I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm called Phil. What could be more romantic than a bit of flaying? That I've already had to deal with that in bloody Primarchs with the Emperor's children like whipping the shit out of each other. Sorry, I did a swear. Rasheen Warseer says, reading the Night Lords, did you lose a bet? I did lose a bet, Rashan Warseer. I bet that I would never get to 10,000 followers, and we did. So now I'm reading this. Caprice says, perfect vessel for a proposal, a book that could pay for the wedding. That is good thinking, absolutely. Aztec Jaguar says, just you wait. ADB will change your mind about the Night Lords. Talos is awesome. Jim says, Night Lords was a 10K sub goal. Yep, that's what happened. Grey Primer says too much talent in one stream. Capri says cheers, the great marauder King Pirinen. Yay! How exciting is that? Thomas came on my channel. Gary said lots of talent indeed. Robbie, thank you again for a tenner. That's so generous. Thank you, everybody. We're going to buy this Titan in no time. Alex says the little channel that could. Neil says very diplomatic from Thomas there. You know what? I do think Thomas's favorite might be Suggs. And guess what? I'm cool with that. She's my favorite too. Like I could literally watch that girl describe anything. She just is a happy maker. Um, Jim says not so little anymore. Frosco toppings. Hello again. Jim said ask if he's read Night Lord. We'll have to go back and look at his face when I pulled out the book. Um, Rashan says he was the author of the Warhammer Armies Chaos when I started. Why is the chat showing my at name now? I'm also Dom Elfkicker. Hi, Dom. We don't know why the chat started doing this, but Caprice figured out a way to get our names back to what they were. So see if Caprice can help out. Um, Grey Primer, I'm planning 6 different Trench Crusade dioramas right now. I came down to Kilkenny Castle for some inspiration. If you don't mind sharing those photos with us, we could share your inspo on the stream next week, Grey Primer, if you fancy it. Hello, guest number 1 says Happy Haribo. Tony says we'll cover our ears for Trench Crusade secrets. Tony says audiobook by Trappist Monk. Yes, Bruce Dickinson is a pilot too. Jet aircraft rated as well. Can you imagine if you got on a plane and your pilot was Bruce Dickinson? Yes, please. Neil says, not at all jealous of you seeing the Irons. Honestly, I was dreading it. I said to my friend, do we have seats? What time is it going to finish? Oh, I really didn't want to go. I turned up looking like I'd forgotten my PE kit and they'd given me something from out of the box. And the minute they started playing, it was Doctor. The first song was Doctor. And then I lost my shit and became a 13-year-old and had an epic fun time. Um, we need a Trench Crusade concept album from Maiden. I love that, David. I think that's a great shout. Yay! Good. Thank you, everybody. I really hope you enjoyed Thomas. Please write any love you have for Thomas in the chat. I'm so happy he came in to join us all. Servitor Lemo says, good evening. Haribo says, Sheldon Cooper is a guest? Nah. Tony says, Mira swoons while interviewing Will. Get Up with Itog says, Night Lords is amazing. Finished the omnibus last month. It was a joy. A dark joy. Oh, Lord. Oh, my God. Sean says, Thomas has such a wonderful philosophy. Haribo says, my mates are in a band called Pandemonium. Two middle-aged men in shades and panda onesies play psychedelic harmonians. My next guest is here! Hooray! Oh my gosh, he's been so patient. He's just been in the waiting room. You won't be able to see him yet. He's just joining to audio. I can see him in the chat though. So, yay! Yay! Hello, hello. It is everybody's favorite voice artist. Oh no, Steve Conlin. We've got the fuzzy.
Are we sure? Are we sure?
Ah,
I just have to come really close. Here we
yeah.
go, look. Hooray!
Yay, hooray. Oh my gosh, we've been out drinking again, Steve. This,
Apparently.
this
Come
always
on.
it,
This is a professional setup.
Oh, well, I know who you are. It's like, do you remember Question of Sport and they had the mystery guest? You might be too young to remember that. But
Come
everybody
on.
this is everybody's favorite voice actor, Steve Conlin, aka Mr. James Workshop, in the chat. Yes, I can see you in there. You've known it. Rashan Wasir Aztec, you know who it is. The James himself.
The
So,
James.
isn't
That's what
this
they call me.
the James? Is it? Oh,
Hey.
yay! Well, I'm really delighted to have you here because, Steve,
Yeah,
my YouTube channel got to 10K.
I
And
heard.
one of the
I
things that,
heard.
yeah, I might have gone, I made 10K. But one of the things that made me feel like a real channel was you coming and being there with us for Christmas and doing all the voices. It felt like really fucking awesome, actually. And I don't swear on this channel, it's PG-13, but so I'm so happy you could come
You're
back and
allowed one. You're allowed one. That's the rule, I think. Yeah.
yay. How have you been? What are you up to? You made the dogs bark with any of your sessions recently?
Yes, yes. Part of the reason that I sound so croaky is because I was screaming at the top of my lungs over the weekend, doing some voices for an as yet unannounced DLC for a game that I'm not allowed to talk about. Oh, it's fun news.
It's my whole channel. What are you working
Right.
on? It's really exciting. Can't tell you
I,
anything.
yeah, it's really, really fun, but I can't. But this isn't about me. This is about you. How does it feel to be a person of power and influence?
I'm trying to decide whether to be good or evil. So that's a
I mean,
thing.
it's much easier to be evil.
Go on then. I think it's very one of the big things about this channel is I suffer from really bad anxiety, particularly on Sunday nights. So
Oh,
now I know there are at least 10,000 people who may also feel the same, right? And also
yeah,
like Warhammer.
which is it's more like it's a 20,000 eyes.
That's so grimdark. Um, I also got a really lovely note from your rival for the best theme song. I think you got the theme song because you were like, I'll come on your channel if my theme song is better than Dan's.
Yeah, that's what I said.
And yep, that's exactly what happened. So you've got the best theme song ever. But I did say to Dan, could you pop on and say hi? I'm celebrating 10,000. And he said, I wish I could, but I can't. I will be there in spirit. But feel
Mm.
free to read out the following. So I thought I could send you the message that he sent.
Oh yeah.
and I could send it in our Zoom, and then you could do you do Dan Abnett's voice professionally?
Uh, hang
I've never had.
on.
We could have Steve Conlin, aka James Workshop, doing the voice of Dan Abnett, or
Voice of
you
Dan
could choose
Abnett.
any voice. Can you see
Right.
the comment in the
I
chat there?
can. I can. All right. Here's my best Dan Abnett. To Mira and her now 10,000 loyal companions, congratulations on the milestone and for working so hard to achieve it. It's always been a great pleasure to chat with you, and I look forward to doing it again soon. Dan Abnett.
Oh my God.
I think I got pretty close.
Funnily enough, that sounds very like the voice my friend Ian does when he's doing the Emperor, who I have a crush on. But thank you so much for doing that. So
You're welcome.
have you got any trips to Nottingham planned in soon or
I mean, it's we're only 6 months away from Christmas, right?
yes, well, for retail, Christmas is starting in June, July. You'll be getting your marketing plans together.
You'd think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure I'll hear in about 5.5 months what's happening. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, it'll be good. It'll be good.
Amazing. And I mean, I'm wondering as well, because you know this Amazon thing's happening.
Mm.
So my prediction is when the TV show comes out, there's going to be so much more product in the shops. There's going to be more minis. There's going to be,
It's going to be a whole thing, isn't it?
yes, and there's
Yes.
going to be more work
Well,
around for the voice
at least
actors.
you'd hope there's going to be lots and lots of stuff.
I
I think
think
we're
that
all expecting there to be like this huge like kind of explosion of Games Workshop goodness.
do
And
you-
I think the funniest thing ever is if they just completely no-sold it and didn't do anything.
no, the funniest and best thing that's going to be, and I've got my popcorn ready, my flavored popcorn. I'm going to even buy some boutique artisan popcorn to watch all the old angry men go, "This is our hobby. These new people are ruining it. They don't understand it." And
Oh,
there's,
I'm looking forward to the pronunciation police coming out
are you?
in force. Oh, oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
do you
yeah,
hear
yeah.
about the Badab War? The old Badabs,
The Eye of Horus.
the
Yeah,
Eye of Horus.
yeah.
I get into huge issues and problems for not saying Horus. I call him
Mm.
Horace because I played that game Hungry Horace when I was little. So,
He
but
should
yeah,
be called Horus.
it should
Oh,
be
what a missed gift that would have been.
Horace Rising.
Oh,
Could have been set in a public school.
oh, his favorite son,
Yeah.
Horace. Mm.
But no, I mean, I think we'll get plenty of both of those. I think we'll get loads of really distraught old guard not liking, because let's face it, Amazon are going to go lib sensibilities, and then yeah, people are going to get irate.
I think, yeah, I think, I don't know. I mean, I have to say, as much as it pains me to say these words out
Oh,
loud,
don't put yourself into pain, but say it anyway.
I do kind of trust Henry.
I trust Henry. Do you do
Ugh.
an impression of Henry?
Not a PG-13 one,
Yeah.
no.
Yes, yes, hold it down, hold it
Yeah,
down. And also, if I
yeah.
faint on camera, it's not a good look. But
Right.
I trust him. He left The Witcher, didn't he? Because they weren't sticking to the book or something or another. So
Yeah, he left it for matters of the heart and soul, and I have respect for that.
yes,
So
he's a good
yeah,
egg.
he seems to be.
I'm just gonna check the chat. Everyone's very happy with the Horus heresy. Yep,
Yeah.
I think it's so. Someone's written Steve doing the voice of Lehman Russ for the surprise Christmas Day walk-on reveal, question mark. Someone's written
I
there's no end to the talents of Steve slash James.
It's true. It's
It's
true.
true.
I'm pushing the boundary constantly, and people keep telling me to stop for my own health. But no, I keep finding new and exciting ways to show
Yeah.
off just how talented I am.
Well, I'm worried about you pushing it with your wrestling
I
because I don't want anything bad to happen to you. Have you been wrestling of late?
have. I've renamed the entire process the real life Space Marine Challenge, where I'm getting
Sugar,
bigger and more muscular as time goes on.
you're getting hench.
Um,
You're
I'm
going full
absolute
Primark.
I'm absolutely enormous now.
Oh
And like
Lord.
I'm working my way up to 300 pounds. It's ridiculous.
You weren't
Um,
slight to begin with. You're
no,
gonna
I'm
sit
not.
down in chairs and crash them, and
Well, this is why yeah. I'm
I can
waiting for the
see.
moment where I sit down too hard on the toilet and the whole house just crumbles to pieces.
I'm looking forward to that as well. I can see
Yeah,
how your shoulders are these traps. What
yeah.
they, I can see how they've become really like
It's
broad and
it's
solid.
get it's getting genuinely silly now, which is why I've decided to turn the whole thing into a big joke, and it's now the real life Space Marine challenge. We're gonna get I'm gonna find out if there's a muscle that can make you grow, so I can get to that good 9 foot mark, and
I'm
we'll
just gonna
see.
put. We just put like what do we just get someone to put a new organ in you, a gene seed. You're
Yeah,
away.
yeah. Oh, I'm all for that. I'm all for that. Yeah.
What's your health and safety when someone's smacking you with a chair or doing that
The
thing where
trick
they
is, see, the trick is to just grit your teeth and pray very hard.
flipping it? This is so stressful. I hate it. I hate it. But do you know what I reckon you could make a lot of money doing if you
Mm,
did a Warhammer, well, you wouldn't be able to call it Warhammer, a space something not IP training camp for a week in a castle or something.
yeah.
I reckon you'd be minted. I would hate to,
The Galaxy Soldier training camp. Yeah.
yes. I mean, the insurance costs would be hideous, but
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
If you
No,
had a
I am.
league, like a
Sorry.
Space Marine league, and you could come on and be a Death Eater and fight an Ultramarine,
And that's not
take my
far off
money.
that. Wait, what's that new martial art they do in full medieval armor? It's not we're not far off that now. Like we yeah, just upgrade the size of all of the armor and we're there already. I'm looking
Amazing.
forward to it. I'm looking forward to it.
Well, Steve,
But
I'm
yeah,
really, really grateful that you're part of my YouTube journey. It's one
your
of my
canon, your law.
yes, and
Yeah.
just one of my favorite things is meeting such nice, talented people to share time with me. So thank you so, so
Who
much. No, it's you are one of them.
I was
But
like, who's coming on next? Yeah.
well, I think next in 5 minutes we've got the person that kind of bullied me into starting this channel. So
Oh, well, that's perfect then.
yeah,
That's perfect then.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm gonna get going and let you talk to them instead.
Yes, and hopefully I'll see you again soon. Thank you so much for being so patient as well with all my messing around as well.
Don't worry about that. You're a celebrity now. People have to wait for you now.
Oh,
Have they
God,
sent you have they sent you the Celebrity Club smoking jacket yet?
they haven't, but I'll buy
Oh,
myself a
okay.
nice new dress from
No, no,
Primark.
no, 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 no. I'll get onto the club chair and get him to send it over. But yeah, it's good to have you here. We can tell you about all the Illuminati secrets now.
Yay. Well, I will find you an excuse to have you back on the channel really soon. And take good care. Thank you so much, Steve. Bye.
Congratulations. Bye.
Thank you. Bye. Oh, oh, wowie zowie. How good is Steve? Oh, oh, Tony said, oh, Mr. Arbiter. Yeah, let me just check he's on his way. I know he had to go and get food. I better send him the link, hadn't I? He's a very busy man. I shouldn't have said it out loud in case he can't make it. Share chat. How good is Steve? I mean, these people, they're just humans. When you're ready. Okay, so their WhatsApps are going through, but they're not going to blue ticks yet. So that's rather scary. Should we have a look back at our messages so far? Great. It's so hot, you guys. I'm really overexcited. I think I'm going to throw up. It's really hot. How lovely was Thomas and how lovely was Steve? Um, okay, so oh my gosh, so many messages. So where are we back? Yes, Haribo. Oh my goodness, did someone just my salad days? Oh my goodness, hello, my salad days, so retro. Thank you, congratulations, Amskill Hinny, Willogston, losing Limo. Um, Islam Victor Erebus and user GL2MR. Ugh. Congratulations, you all become Mirror Manga YouTube members. So you're so welcome to the channel. It's so lovely to have you all here. Hopefully we will be inviting our next guest soon. Right, flipping heck. There's so many messages to scroll up. UK YouTube has been playing up in lots of streams. Oh no, I hope this isn't playing up. We should force Dan to write a Trench Crusade novel. We are 10,000 voices. John says, I just had to clear out my hobby room, which flooded, had to move all my Black Library books out today. Thank God no harm was done. God. Phil says, congrats, Mira. I'm proud to be one of the 10,000. Thank you, Phil. I remember you from a long time ago. Thank you for sticking with us. Caprice says to everybody, customize section in the YouTube channel settings to change your display name. Losing Limo, 10K. Good game, Mira. You legend. Yay, thank you. Roshan and Aztec, yay. They all knew James Workshop was here. Caprice, the warp cannot help messing with James Workshop. Alex said, way faster, Steve, way faster. We were trying to de-blur Steve. Jen says, the true emperor of Games Workshop is here. Tony says, well, we recognize the voice. We clearly haven't bought enough minis for a clear camera. Robbie says, Mira's tech gremlins have been passed on at last. Those little gremlins, they're always around. Capri says, one of many was the most popular boy's name in England. What's that? What's that? Have I missed that? The Real Rusky says, glad to see you enjoying the books and continuing with the author interviews. I'm on Legion at the moment. So good. Haribo says, good or Weevil or Weeble? Tony says, Mirror Universe Mirror. Yeah, I was deciding whether to be good or evil. Jim said, unless some viewers have one or more than two eyes. Yep, that's because James was saying I might have 10,000 subscribers, but that's 20,000 pairs of eyes on me. Oh, I can see my friend is typing. Oh no. Oh my gosh, he might have to reinstall Zoom. Join on web Zoom? Question mark. Is that a thing? Fingers crossed. Crikey, blimey. I thought the whole world had Zoom. Anyway, Robbie's got my freaking number. You were always on a slippery path when you fell in love with Fulgrim. Facts. Alexa, turn on the lights. Alexa, turn lights. Alexa, turn lights purple. Alexa, turn lights purple. Alexa decided to embarrass me. Oh, no, I have a purple hue. I don't know if you can see that. I'm not Emperor's Children, but I do love Fulgrim. Okay. 20,000 Eyes sounds like a prog rock band, says Dom, who's AKA Frosco Toppings. Everybody loved the Dan Abnett impression. Sean says, good point, Jim. Anyone watching from the warp could have many more eyes. Robbie pissed himself laughing at the Dan Abnett. How close was the Dan Abnett impersonation to Ian's impersonation of the Emperor? Very close. Soon be Christmas, said Caprice. A furious mantra against summer heat. Yep. The Horace Heresy, Horace Johnson, says Limo. Salad Days, we've missed you too. Thank you. It's so lovely to have you back. Primark School Days, Australia coming soon. Love that. David says it's going to end up like the Star Wars fandom. We were talking about Amazon doing stuff. Jen says, if my favourites books ever get read, people are going to have a time of it trying to read some of the names. Jen, lovely to see you. What Games Workshop story would James love to see an adaptation of in the TV? Oh, Jim, I saw this too late. I'm so sorry. It's quite hard to keep an eye on the Zoom. Everybody, he's my friend and yours. He's the whole reason we started this flipping channel. He's just coming into the Zoom. He's just going to sort out his audio and a camera.
Ah!
Yay! Yay! Ladies and gentlemen, my favourite and yours, Arbiter Ian.
Where is everybody? I can only see you, Mira. What the hell is this Zoom thing? What's going on?
Well, I invited you. This is my special celebratory live because we finally got to 10,000 viewers.
We did.
Which means...
You did. And
yeah,
now
you're
we
about
have to do that book. Yeah.
You're at about 800,000 viewers.
I have been reading these books for the last couple of weeks in anticipation of you hitting 10,000.
Did you notice? I do want to talk to you about other stuff, but did you notice the dedication in this book? It says,
To
Katie, will you marry me?
Oh yeah.
It's
Yeah,
only
yeah.
a flipping
That's how
proposal.
I presume that's how Aaron proposed to his wife, is through a very, you know what? There's a love story.
But come on, of all the books to write a proposal in,
I don't know.
seriously.
It's I don't know if it was near an early Aaron Dembski Bowden book, but it's a book. He's got a book, and it's got a love story in it.
I hope it has a happy ending, Ian.
It's got a very happy ending for everyone involved. To be honest,
Yay.
look, everyone was saying how this was like the worst thing ever. It was the worst book ever. It was going to be so gruesome. But you know what? It's considering what you've read of the heresy so far, it's fine.
Can we also talk about the reflection Crackert?
Oh yeah, yeah. Fulgrim
Jeebus,
isn't Dorian Gray, but he is, or something.
mate, like 3/4 of the story is torture porn.
Mm.
Erotic. It's erotic.
Well, there's a lot about Lucius trying to think he's really good or something.
Yeah. And then there's like
In fact, most of it's Lucius. Sorry, go ahead.
they're all really happy to be inflicting pain and they tie Fulgrim down. Like it's a bit like the Flash Gordon's torture scene.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So I think if I can handle the mirror cracked, I can probably, I shouldn't say this, but I'm trusting you with Night Lords.
It's not that bad. It's got quite a nice little love story in it. It's really quite nice, I would say.
Yeah. Robbie's written in the chat, I can't wait for this book club review. And then Losing Limo's written, he serves divorce papers in the final book.
Yeah, sort of, I guess. But like there's Septimus and Octavia, they have fun. It's gonna be fine. Have you started it yet?
Not yet, but I will
It's
if you
quite
say
good. There's a really nice thing. To be honest, they're very human for Chaos Space Marines, and you really feel for them while they're skinning people alive and murdering everybody.
well,
Even when they're doing the skinning pits, you're like, oh, poor Talos.
oh, I'm really excited to read the skinning bits.
Yeah, the skinning pits. Yeah, they're a good
Oh,
piece. Good fun bit that.
you can probably buy a special skinning flipping
Kit.
Space Marine model, yeah, kit. But the 4 books I've got on the go are Primarch, Soul Hunter, Lords of the Lance, and Interceptor City.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
I've done the notes for Interceptor City. I'll do the notes for Primarchs. Lord of the Lance I now read a couple of years ago, so you might need to do the notes
I'll
for
do the
that.
notes for that.
And what was the last one? Oh, Soul Hunter.
Yeah.
I'm ready to do the notes for that, so I'll do the notes for that.
So thank you for all the lovely book chat. But one of the big reasons I wanted you on is because you and I in lockdown did a book club with Dan Abnett for our hate club.
And now it's our job.
And now it's our job. And you very generously invited me onto your channel when it was very nascent. So
Mm,
probably you were around 7 or 8K when you invited me on to talk about Xenos.
true. I was stealing an idea from Guy Midwinter.
Who's Guy Midwinter?
Well, Guy Midwinter is another Midwinter Minis is another YouTuber who at the time was doing he was doing these videos that were like he shows images to like his wife of things from Warhammer and she tries to guess their name. And I was like, oh,
Why don't we
interesting.
play that game?
Yeah, I know. I was like, interesting. His unique selling point here. Guy has found a unique selling point, and the unique selling point is I'm married in the world of nerdy YouTubers, right? And I was like, I don't have a girlfriend. Who could be on my channel who would be up for reading some Warhammer? And
Everybody's
it's you, Mira. You're
non-girlfriend.
reliable. And now I do have a girlfriend, but she ain't coming on any channel to read no Warhammer.
Because she's a real normal, lovely
She's a real,
human.
real normal human. I spent the day with her in Dungeon S. We were in Dungeon S this morning. I
Oh,
am, I am very sticky because of the
I'm
heat.
well, I love you being in love. She seems awesome. She puts up with our hobby crap,
Mm.
which is amazing. But I really have to thank you because You wrote a whole essay for me on
I did.
40K to help me understand it, which you can watch on Ian's channel.
It's my
You
first video.
Ian's first video was kind of like to help me out, to help me
Yeah.
get me up to speed.
So I was like, I've fucking written it now, haven't I? I might as well record me talking it.
Yep, that was the start of your channel. And then you hosted me a good few times,
Mm,
but you would always, always say, why don't you do your own channel? You love
yeah, it's
Dungeons and
true.
Dragons. And
Yeah.
I definitely 100% would not have done this
But
without you.
I still maintain that you should do your inevitable fantasy book review channel that has more reach than Warhammer.
Well,
Mira Manga reads and interviews authors of proper fantasy that like people tune in to watch. Like you're gonna get Margaret Weiss and Tracy Hickman on it, and then that'll be like way many more people than
well, I have reached out to a couple of my favorite authors. I think I told you I reached out to Peter S. Beagle, who wrote The
Mhm.
Last Unicorn, and he was sadly too busy in the middle of writing another book. And I also reached out to a guy who writes really horrible grimdark, Mark Lawrence. Um,
Okay, yeah.
he's written fantasy things about kind of post-apocalyptic. Prince of Thorns is one, for example, really, really bloody. So I will continue to try and reach out to fantasy authors, but I think maybe it's not as easy to get them.
I wonder if maybe a way to do that sort of transition and widen that might be doing things like reading Mike Brooks's actual fantasy trilogy and reading like all those authors you already know. They've already got their own actual fantasy things, right? That are their own things.
Mm. That could be
Mm.
a way in. I mean, I will keep trying. I
Have
was,
you heard of this thing called Trench Crusade? I hear they're publishing novels.
it's funny you should say that because Thomas came on this chat. Like
Hey,
I've had Steve Conlin, aka James Workshop, and you to say thank you for my 10K basically, because
thank
Thomas
you.
did one of the first more time videos, which convinced a lot of people. They were like, oh, Thomas has done it. She must be all right.
Yeah.
But huge thanks and love to you, Ian, for getting me to do this. And it's helped my mental health enormously. Also, huge
Oh, yeah.
thanks, Ian, for doing quite a bit of emotional support when I come over quite often and feeding
That's
me.
that's part of the evening when we do our monthly what books have we read this month. That the pizza and chatter is involved.
Yeah, it's great. And I'm going to try and come to one of your events. People have been saying, go and film at Ian's event.
Oh,
And I'm
yeah.
like, I
You
better
know
check.
what? This weekend was the first one. It was a bit of a test because it was the first one I wasn't there for.
How did it go?
Russ did a heresy event. Apparently, it went really well. I spent all of my Friday setting up for him, um, and then I fucked off to the seaside for 2 days. And
Love.
apparently, it all went really well.
Well, I will have to come and pop in. I don't know if you fancy me, slobbing about recording on an iPhone.
Come and play some Bad Ab or something.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah, be
come.
easy. 40K is easy, Mira. We figured it out in like we figured out how to play 40K during the event. It's not that
Oh,
hard.
now I know I definitely want to play Death Eaters. Not. But I'll find a Raven Guard army.
Also, I should say, well, thank you for helping me grow the channel to the point where I am now considered officially a 40K expert by IGN because I had a video go live today, which is one, they do those videos where it's like firearms expert rates this gun battle or swords expert, and it's Matt Easton, the bloke from Scholar Gladiatorial, talks about like the sword fighting Game of Thrones. They did a Warhammer expert explains the fuck out of all these mad things, and it's me. I'm the Warhammer expert, and that
Is
went out today.
Oh
So
my
you're an
goodness.
expert. So thanks, Mira. You have helped me become an officially recognized expert.
I think you did
Sure.
that all
There
yourself.
are already people in the comments going, "This fucking tourist." You know
Really?
what? I shouldn't
Are you
swear, but yeah,
serious?
there's this weird when we apparently I shouldn't swear because the theory about how some people watch book club and loads of people don't watch book club and like there's book club has its own fan base. It was made clear to me when I think I in the Bad Dad video that I did recently, which you definitely shouldn't watch. Um, I swore and everyone was like, "Oh my God, Arbiter swore," and I was like, "Wow, they haven't watched book club."
Okay. So are you saying the figures for book club are lower because we're profane during book
Maybe
club?
that's it. Profanity.
Shall we try and do a book club? The next book. Oh my God, how are we going to do Soul Hunters without profanity?
I can't do any of those videos. The reason I have a scripted video is so that I lack the profanity. If you just let me talk, I swear in the IGN video a couple of times, they have to bleep me out.
Well, maybe we'll bleep. Well, let's do a bleep book club video.
There's a reason I don't have kids, Mira. I mean, there's
Same.
loads
I,
of
I
fucking
couldn't
reasons
get
apart from that, but it's a good one.
I couldn't get anyone to make any with me, and I think that's a good reason too. Safe
Hey,
all around. But no, I will. I have to look up the IGN video and like bump. Are you gonna pop it on your socials or anything, or
I
just
will. I'm going to do that. Maybe I'll do it right now while I'm talking to you.
do it now and then we can bump it out? Before you leave me, let me just read out some nice comments about you. Um,
Hmm.
mm, does that make Ian our Sunday night emperor? He created our Primarch.
Oh, that's interesting. Are you Primark 2 or 11?
I'm two.
Are you 2? Oh, that's
Yeah.
because 11's locked in the basement or something, isn't he?
Yeah, my special Primarch power is I can change my outfit by touching my earrings.
Okay, that's useful for warring. It might be useful for warring because you could change to like good armor or something.
Yeah. I could just change. I could go into Dreadnought armor if I wanted, or suddenly go into a knight or a titan. That kind of costume change, maybe. Alex Sinclair says, keep the sweary book club.
Fuck
Robbie,
yeah.
Robbie says, well, fuck yeah. Robbie says, well done, Ian and Mira. Yay. Neil says, I have Ian to thank for my awesome Sunday evenings? Question mark.
Oh,
Yes,
really?
you
Okay.
do.
Yeah, true.
Yay. Well, remind Ian there's a short story Shadow Knight that precedes Soul Hunter. Guess who sent us that comment, Ian?
Oh, Jim.
Yes, Jim.
Yeah,
Jim is
Jim
like
said that.
mental
I haven't read it. Maybe I should. We should read it. Yeah. Oh, I don't know. We're going to do all these in separate videos, right? We could do it as a
patron special. I'll explain it to you for a Patreon or something.
We'll do it as a bonus thing.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Ian, for everything and being in my life. I love you to bits. You're one of my favorite humans, and I'm so, so happy and glad that I know you.
Also, well, Mira, I feel the same, and also we're going to continue this for ages because oh, hold on, there's feedback. Well, no, it's not. It's just me. Because there's a ton of books we've already done the notes for. So,
I'm
long may
here.
it continue. I mean, at least 10 more years so we can get to the end of the Horus Heresy.
I think we'll do Horus Heresy in 5 years or less.
I think we'll do Horus Heresy in 5 years because I'm just about to do. I've just finished the last Siege of Terror books, and now I get to do finally my all the Siege of Terror books video. Mm,
Well, do that because people are going to be waiting the shit out of that. And then we'll
yeah.
probably visit that in 4 or 5 years. It'd be really interesting to see where we were both at.
Okay. Well, that's what we'll do.
Okay, my
Happy
love.
10,000. Let's read about skinning people.
Yay. Take care,
Yay.
Ian. See
All
you
right.
soon.
Bye.
Bye. Oh. Oh. Oh, bye to Ian. Oh. Isn't he such a good egg? Right, let's see if we can get our last guest on. Can you join? And I don't think many of you will know this human, but he's quite important to me because this is a really lovely human that didn't really know me from anywhere. And somewhere I was writing about more time. I wanted to learn about a game that Ian didn't know and explain it to Ian. So way, way back in the mist of time, in January 2023, I had a chat with a guy called Stuart Cresswell, and his job was to explain what more time was to me. I would then take that knowledge and get Ian on my channel, and there's actually a video of me telling Ian about more time. When I watch that video now, I am so embarrassed because I'm so ignorant, but Stuart kind of just being a really lovely enthusiast of more time, agreed to come on the channel and yeah, hook me up with the information. So hopefully he'll be here shortly. But shall we try and catch up with the chat? I hope you're having a really lovely evening tonight, everybody. Yeah, Tony guessed it was going to be our bye to Ian. Oh gosh, there's so much chat to keep up with. So Caprice has told everybody how to change their names back because YouTube's calling everybody really random names tonight. Um, uh, Happy Haribo says, I cannot type. I hope you're not shaking too badly, Haribo. Gosh, there's so many chats. It's actually not scrolling. Neil says, we love sweary eating. My Salad Day says, swearing is good. JC Posel says, hi guys. Congrats to Mira on 10K. Oh, here is Stuart. Let's get him in the Zoom. I hope my laptop's not giving up the ghost. It's so hot in here. So I can see him on my Zoom camera. He's connecting to audio. Also, I don't know if you've noticed, but you can now see two of us on the screen at the same time, which I will be employing in future chats. Thank you all so much of you who've stayed so late this evening. We have way more people in the chat than we normally do. But what a fantastic evening. So great to have our bite to Ian and James Workshop and Tuomas Pirinen. And now, last guest of the evening, who's literally just got out of the car after like an hour and a half or two of driving. The lovely Stuart should appear soon. I can see he's in the Zoom, just sorting out his camera. Hello, Stuart.
Hello.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm in my little Warhammer workshop. So thanks for having me.
Well, Stuart, I just wanted to invite you on because I was just telling the viewers back in January 2023, you were kind enough to explain more time to me so I could explain it to Ian. That was a really big part of building my confidence. That is part of why Tuomas Pirinen agreed to be interviewed with me. That's part of the reason Warhammer authors said yes, because they saw Tuomas said yes. That's how I got my job working alongside Trench Crusade in the evenings in my freelance time. So, Stuart, thank you so much for helping me get to 10,000 viewers, followers.
Congrats, Mira. A baby step at the start, and now you're wearing these big wellies in the trenches.
Oh, our God, I'll need more than wellies in those trenches. It's full of vile abominations and blood. So maybe waders? Oh, and a unicorn.
There we go. I brought one of Tuomas's favourite miniatures, which is Trish's Monster Girl Trish's very well loved and recently re-released unicorn, which high elf players and wood elf players, I imagine too, will be delighted by.
Yay. And Trish, of course, did a big feature in 28 Mag when I worked with 28. Where have you been today, Stuart? Have you been out playing games?
I helped a friend move house yesterday, and I went and had dinner with my parents this evening and watched the Channel 4 highlights of the Austrian Grand Prix with my dad, who loves all that stuff. And yeah, so it's kind of like, 'cause it's a birthday week for me, so I just kind of went to see my parents today, just because I won't see them this week when the actual, festivities happen. So yeah,
Is it your birthday?
Tuesday, not till Tuesday.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'm just checking. Part of my computer's crashed, so I'm just seeing if we're still actually live, Stuart. I can see us. It's fine. We're back. We're back. So, have you been doing any more time events recently?
Well, I was going to ask you, how was your first game of Mordheim?
Well,
Are you there?
I still haven't played more time yet.
Okay. All right. I know I'm going to let you off because I know that you're busy with Trench Crusade, and these two things, they move in parallel worlds hand in hand in the hobby community. So it won't be long, I don't reckon, until you get your warband together.
Well, I think I'm going to a gaming convention in Finland, and if I get away without playing a game of Trench Crusade at the very least, I shall be surprised. But I do think, Stuart, from what I've learned about editing, and I'm not doing any creative, I'm kind of back editing. So, um, you know, Thomas and the team of them are creative, but I do think I'm more of a Wartime gal than a Trench Crusade gal. Trench Crusade is brutal and savage, but you never know. I could find this dark side within me. We'll have to find out.
Well, I hope so. And we're looking locally in Dorset. I was just driving back through Dorset and thinking about the Beachhead event, which is our like big annual tabletop show. And of course, we'll be looking for representation for Trench Crusade at next year's show in February. But I am pleased to say that after a number of years demonstrating Mordheim at the Bournemouth International Centre, this year the Mordheim table won Best in Show. So we've got our names on the coveted plaque.
Yay.
And yeah, just kind of like it's good. It's just great to get the kind of the legacy system out there, and the timing's perfect because the old world game is obviously breaking records with armies being reissued, and we have the March of Cathay entering the Warhammer World battlefields for the first time in over 30 years. I think
Wow.
geeks have been like just gushing over that and hoping that something will come, and it's just kind of exploded on pre-orders last week.
Yeah.
So that's going to be pretty exciting to see all that.
Oh, Caprice has written, well done on the plaque achievement. And I think that is so well earned, Stuart. You work so hard for the Mordheim community. And if you send me the details of the event in February, I'll make sure I publicize it and I will come down and be there, hopefully, in body, spirit, and mind, as long as they haven't seen, as long as everyone hasn't seen the rule book and said, brilliant rule book, editor was a bit shit, I will be there. So,
I
yeah.
can't believe that someone else hasn't already, like put the squeeze on you to make you turn up to more of these things. But I guess you've only got, there's only so many events you can get around to.
It's funny you should say that because out of the blue, someone messaged me saying, "Can you send your bio and your headshot for this event you've said you'll do?" Game, and I completely forgotten I did it, and I didn't think they'd use me, but I'm going to be on a panel with uh Annie. Everybody knows Annie from her amazing Squidoo games. Ben Rose, Apocrypha Now, someone from Hate Club and Goonhammer, Aaron Bowen, and Mike Hutchinson from Planet Smasher Games. And I'm going to be moderating the panel. And I just think, how is this happening? Probably because you and Ian and a few others helped me start this channel, Stuart.
All this networking you're doing, Mira, and I'm glad you're doing all that sort of stuff so that I don't have to do any of it, and you can just do it all for us and tie everyone together happily. And yeah, and it's international, isn't it? So we got to remember the fact that it's cool that as Brits we get to kind of represent the international community. And I'm actually getting off my bottom in September and traveling out to the Mordheim World Tournament, where Tuomas is going to be running a 100 player Mordheim campaign event.
Wow.
And so yeah, the Italian community of gamers, I just the obvious. I would say that they're just lunatics, but I think the complimentary way to describe them is artisans. The number of independent sculptors, the artists, the terrain builders. There's a guy at the moment that's kind of putting together a special border town burning themed gaming table just so that we can kind of demonstrate narrative campaign play
Wow.
outside of the space of the main tournament. So there'll be demos for scenario play in kind of wider campaign settings. But there's actually like I think there's like 100 and there's 100 players in the main event, and then they've got I think another 30 signed up in two other separate events in other settings. So I presume there's going to be over 200 people there over the course of the weekend, and yeah, hopefully get to sit down at last with Tuomas and well,
Yes.
might be allowed a dark ale at some point.
Stuart, we'll find a way to be together with Thomas, and he will definitely hang out with you because I'll tell him how fabulous you are. And I don't think you will ever stop touring and doing all this, which is perfect for the game.
I mean, so long as the players, like are still there and coming out, we've got the pandemic sort of period of difficulties behind us, and there seems to be more kind of conventions and events than I can even think to get holiday to
Yeah.
get along to now.
Well, I'm really, really grateful for you, and you look well. It's so lovely to reconnect with you. And if you send me any details of information you'd like me to share around your events and things, I can share it on my social media and all over. So yeah, I can support you as well.
Definitely. I should be able to put together a link shortly to send you the campaign pack from the last event that we ran at Beachhead. So that's not yet gone public. There's a few people who've seen it like behind closed doors. So perhaps I can give you that as like an exclusive link for people to find and download.
Yes, that'd be fantastic. Thank you so, so much. And thank you for coming on. I'm going to let you go because I know you've driven and then you've just hopped on the chat with me. But thank you
Yeah,
so much, Stuart.
I'm a bit of a hot mess. So I'm just gonna go get a drink of water and then
Yeah,
sit down for a second. Yeah, thank
awesome.
you.
Thank you so much, Stuart. Take good care.
Congrats,
Thank
congrats on the. Is it 10,000 or 20,000?
10,000.
10,000. All right, so we'll see each other again at 20,000.
Yeah, but hopefully before as well. Awesome. Take care,
Cheers,
Stuart.
Mira.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Well, what an eventful evening. I'm so sorry if we froze. I did have a little bit of technical issues there. So let me catch up with these amazing, lovely chats and then we'll say goodnight. I'm worried Robbie's had to go because it's so late. So it's only letting me go up as far as, gosh, Lords of the Lance, eager for that one. Da, 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 da. Dom's managed to fix his game. Jen says there's a 40k channel where the husband occasionally dares his wife to guess the name of random Transformers. Excellent. Happy Haribo says, I cannot hear Dungeness without imagining Bob Mortimer singing to Daisy May Cooper. That was amazing. That was one of my favourite shows. Neil, yep, thank you for that lovely comment. David says, I'd definitely be up for you interviewing fantasy sci-fi authors. 10k subscribers now. It's time to spread your wings and take it to the next level. We'll see. Haribo says Dan Abner is terrifyingly prolific beyond Warhammer. I was shocked. Salad Day says, yeah, I'd be interested. I guess that's fantasy writers. Love a Sunday Night Emperor says my salad days. Caprice, thank you for being everyone's tech support this evening. Thank you as well. PC13 Ian says Aztec. Oh, we love sweary Ian, says Neil. Swearing is good, says My Salad Days. Keep the sweary book club, says Alex. Tony Holton says bleeping bleep bleep. Rashan Warseer said that's Sailor Moon when I was describing my secret costume change. I was actually thinking of Gem and the holograms, but Sailor Moon would work. Haribo says Ian saved Warhammer for me. Warhammer YouTube content before the Arbiter had disappeared irretrievably up its own caboose. Haribo says, we like it sweary. There's some more tech support going on. Dom says, I think I might get round to subscribing to Ian finally. Please do. Without Ian, there is no Mira. Tony says, book club until universe heat death. I feel we are experiencing universe heat death. Sean says, reminder that although Ian and Mira are currently swearing like sailors, it's normally PG-13 here in the chat. Thank you so much for moderation. Thank you so much. Losing Lamo says, it's Henry Cavill. I'm not sure what in answer to, but to be fair, there is a lot of chat we had tonight that could have been around Henry. Jim says, regarding the Night Lord's first book, there's hardly any skinning in the first book, if I recall correctly. Thanks for that. Jen said, I nearly waved and then remembered no one can see me. Caprice says, Ian getting an IGN video is so epic, bless him. He has worked hard. The guy scripts, he edits, he has lights, cameras. He's a hard worker. Ardent Blue says, it's past the watershed somewhere. Yes, Ardent, but in our chat, we try and always keep it PG-13. Gary says, this is a nice little celebration for 10k. I'm so happy we had 4 amazing humans. Phil says, how you going, Sean? JCP Poulos says, don't be embarrassed about being a beginner. Everybody's got to start somewhere. And then lots of people saying hello to Stuart. Nice unicorn, says Robbie. Yes. Trish, I can't remember her surname. What a sculptor. Happy birthday to Stuart. Capri says, that unicorn, I made a little statuette with a plinth for one of those to send to a partner. Caprice, love that. That's so nice. Capri says, more time in Finland would be so epic. Skaven in the sauna. Love it. Let's have that scenario. Bad Squidoo, says Neil. Sorry about this, the screen freezing. I hope it wasn't for too long. Do you have a more time warband? I don't. Sean says, so many wonderful guests. Hello, Pigeon. Thank you. Thank you for the congrats. Robbie says, I'm still here. I wouldn't miss it for the world. Thank you, Robbie. Salad, I'm so glad I was able to make this. Thank you, Mira. Alex, thank you. It's been a great evening. We've got great people helping us. Robbie says, on the way to 20K. Jen says, don't worry, I won't volunteer for an interview. I feel like I'd be awkward as hell on camera. Oh, Jen. Slacker at large. Congrats, Mira. I hope your day's going well. Robbie says, great evening, everyone. Brilliant to share it with you all. Made some great friends on this channel. So thank you, Mira. Love to you all. Oh, I love you all as well. I really appreciate that. David Gibbs said, wait, what happened to the candle and pew? Oh, here is Pew. Alexa, turn lights white. We have, of course, got the faithful Pew. I still need to swap Pew out for a fire extinguisher that won't destroy my house. Can we do a candle? We can do a candle. We'll do my favorite candle, Milton's Parlour, a Fallen London Kickstarter candle, which has my most favorite scent of everything. I would wear this as a perfume, and I don't think I'll ever be able to get it again. So a very special candle indeed. The little label there. And yes, sweet honey, heady rose, and traces of ivy. Gorgeous, gorgeous candle. Pew, says Haribo. Trish Carden, thank you, Jen. Gray said, I was listening to you while I was having dinner in the hotel. I'll for sure send on some inspirational photos. Thank you so much, Grey Primer. My salad days, glad to share it with you too. Pew, of course, will stay if I get a new one. Tony's also got a pew at his home. In my flat, I have 2 fire extinguishers and 2 fire blankets. So I could have Pew. Tony's got another pew. Pew, pew. Barney. Is it Barney McGrew? So I could have Barney here. Anyway, we'll figure out some more. It's Barney McGrew. Is that his full name then? Okay, good to know. But thank you all for watching. How am I going to do? I'm going to have to advertise this that it's. Yeah, how am I going to advertise this so people know that Thomas, Stuart, Ian, and Steve joined me in the chat? I'll have to maybe do a thumbnail with all their faces on it. Oh, more work. I'll have to open up Canva. But yeah, I'm going to do some meditation this evening. And thank you. My heart is so full. So happy I got to share 4 of my. How lovely are the humans that not only follow this channel and chat, but have been on the channel. I just feel it gives me hope. There are good people out there. And hopefully, if I have to go through bad times, there'll be people around me that can help pick me up. We should all look after each other. So thank you. Finally, the most ridiculously over-emotional, overwrought girly, saying thank you all so much for your support and 10,000 subscribers. And it's my honor, my privilege, you know, I'll play what you want me to play as long as it pleases you. And yeah, I hope that we all get to have a calm and peaceful week and we all don't get heat stroke. Please, Robbie, be extra careful. I know you're out in the daytime sun. And just sending so much love and hugs to you all. So I'll read out these last few comments. Thank you. Jake says, you're amazing and doing well. Thank you. I'll try and remember that. Gary says, a lovely celebration. Hope this evening cheered me up. It did. It did. I'm going to shower and go straight to bed and meditate to kind of just save the lovely thing. Gary says, we love these Sunday evenings. Me too. Salad, I hope I have a better week too. And I hope that for you. Thank you as well. Thank you, Aztec. Congratulations to you, Aztec, as well, for being part of this. Alex, thank you for the heart. Thank you as well, JC Poulas. Hound Heart says Brody Slar. Jen, oh, I think the heat doesn't help our anxiety yet. We'll have to send hugs through Instagram. Thank you for my hugs, Tony. Take care of yourself. Sean, thank you so much, mate, for waking up so blinking early and being with us. It's like 6 a.m. where Sean is. Thank you so much for great moderation to you and Jim and Will, who's not here. Meditate well, Mira. All thanks for the fantastic double bill evening. Quadruple bill. Thumbs up to Phil. Oh, good night, Tiny and Haribo. Get ready to fall for Talos, Mira. Oh no, not another Shadow Daddy. Salad days. Talos will definitely appeal. Haribo says, look after yourself and survive the week. And Robbie says, night, everyone. Have a great week. Big hugs. Phantasm Rain says, evening, Mira. Oh, and the boy cat's just joined. Uh-oh. Tiny, be careful. Have a great week yourself, Alex. So I'm going to blow the candle out and end the stream. Thank you all so much. Here's to the next 10K. Thanks, Dom. Now go have a relaxing read with some Night Lords, he says. Good night, Tony. Good night, everybody.